Welcome to Joshua's Journey. In this episode, we are headed south of the border to Mexico City for one of the most iconic and culturally rich holidays in all of Latin America, Day of the Dead. I board my flight from Cancun brimming with anticipation and curiosity about what lies ahead in this colorful Mexican metropolis.
So something I noticed is that they all don't stand up on the plane when it stops. It's amazing. One of my pet peeves in America, every time the plane stops, everybody stands up on the plane. It's aggravating. But no, they're smarter here. Seems like they got it figured out.
Upon arriving, I checked into my hotel room, ready for an early night's rest before a full day of exploring this vibrant city. The next morning, I decided to get lost in the city without a plan or destination in mind. Taking my first steps into the city streets, I am immediately captivated by the rich culture around me. The sounds of Spanish fill my ears as aromas of traditional Mexican dishes fill my nose.
Alright, so just left the room. I have no idea where to start. Maybe somewhere like this. Looks amazing.
Right around the corner from my hotel, I find this majestic monument towering over me in all its glory. I find myself standing in awe before the Angel of Independence Monument, an iconic sculpture that dates back to 1910 and symbolizes freedom and independence from Spanish rule. The angel stands atop a tall column and is surrounded by four eagles with their wings spread wide, representing faith, union, justice, and law, respectively.
Alright guys, I'm headed to Taco El Huequito. Anthony Bourdain went there on a No Reservations episode. So I have it tagged in my things to do here. I could take a taxi, but the weather here is perfect. It's probably a good, 75 degrees, maybe a little lower. It's a nice day to have a walk and explore the city. And I'm gonna head to Taco El Huequito off of Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations. One of my favorite idols. Here we go. I guess they don't want to use blowers.
Eventually, I arrive in this little hole-in-the-wall eatery where traditional Mexican dishes such as taco al pastor await.
delicious.
With my newfound energy, I make my way down the city streets of Mexico City.
Okay, so lunch was great. Now I'm just gonna walk it off. Tonight I was thinking about going to the Lalorana show. Evidently it's about a woman who got upset and killed her children in the river, and then spends her whole afterlife looking for her children in the rivers or the canals. It's supposed to be pretty cool.
Come across the magnificent Palacio de Bellas Artes. This iconic building is one of the country's most important artistic and cultural centers, home to some of the most impressive and influential artwork in Latin America. Constructed between 1904 and 1934, it has become a symbol for Mexico City's vibrant culture and history. The building also stands as a reminder of how far Mexico has come since its colonial past. As I move closer to it, I notice homelessness right outside the palace's doors, a stark contrast of the grandeur inside. Despite this reminder of economic inequality, I'm still in awe at this beautiful place. Continuing my journey, I make my way down Madero Street, one of the oldest streets in Mexico City. It's lined with colonial buildings interspersed with modern structures and iconic landmarks. I take in all that surrounds me, from the stunning architecture to the vibrant colors and sounds, as I soak up what it seems to be part of this cultural experience like no other. Finally, I come upon Mexico City's Grand Cathedral National Palace. Two stunningly beautiful buildings that are set side by side along one of the city's biggest plazas. Constructed between 1563 and 1667 by Spanish conquistadors as part of their campaign to Christianize indigenous Mexican cultures, this historic site continues to be a beacon of national identity and pride today. On its walls you'll find a variety of elaborate frescoes and sculptures depicting scenes from both pre-Hispanic times as well as Spanish colonial rule, all speaking to its incredible history and culture. I feel like I'm being watched. Just can't take her eyes off of me. Finally, I had managed to get my hands on a gaznate.
Gracias.
One of Mexico City's most beloved pastries.
So I got a gaznates for 30 pesos. Let's try it.
Shaped like tubes, these crunchy treats are made up mostly out meringue, which gives them their sweetness, but also adds texture when bit into.
It's like a soft marshmallow on the inside. Crunchy outside, like a, I don't know. Sweet on the inside, crunchy and savory on the outside. Great dessert. Good start of trying some street foods around here.
Gaznates have been around since colonial times, yet still remain popular today, making them one of Mexico City's longest standing culinary traditions. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. If you're looking for me, you can find me worldwide. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. If you're looking for me, you can find me worldwide. I'ma stroll on, got my kicks on with the blue polo. This is my new song. If you like it, then you should hit that subscribe. Think it be crunchy, that's a vibe. You can be sweet too. All you have to do is watch this video all the way through. Hit that like button and comment too. Now you're sweet as Moringu. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside. If you're looking for me, you can find me worldwide. Sweet on the inside, inside. Sweet on the inside, sweet on the inside, crunchy on the outside.
This vlog is brought to you by Dry Pocket. I'm not a sponsor by Dry Pocket. He's just a really good buddy of mine, and he has a great product. I love this product because I can put my phone, my wallet, anything in my pocket. Don't have to worry about leaving it on the beach and somebody getting it and ruining my whole vacation, and just going swimming and not having to worry about a thing. Dry every time. Another thing I like about it is if somebody bumps into me, I don't have to worry about checking my pockets to make sure that my phone and wallet's still there and that nobody pickpocketed me, because it's really hard to get pickpocketed. So it's great for traveling. Check it out at Dry Pocket. Description's down in the link. Dry Pocket, dry every time.
Went back to my room to prepare for my trip to Xochimilco Borough, where I was scheduled to attend Lalorana show. As I hailed my taxi and began my journey, dark clouds filled the sky and thunder echoed from all directions.
Alright, so I'm in the back of a taxi headed to the canal to go to this Llorona show. But as you can see, yeah, that was thunder. It's raining, so I'm hoping it stops. I looked at the radar, it's kind of scattered, so I still got about an hour ride.
Luckily, by the time I arrived, the weather had cleared up and I was ready to experience this traditional experience. Grabbed a quick quesadilla before heading off to board our trajineras, a traditional type of boat found in Mexico City.
This is going to be dope.
As we left the dock, the lights began to fade away and it left a spooky feeling in the air. We sailed on towards our destination, eager to see what awaited us. Before long, we reached our point and anchored near a stage. Anticipation set in as we awaited for the show. The legend of La Llorona is deeply rooted in Mexican popular culture. It's believed that this ancient folklore has existed since before the time of the Spanish conquest of Mexico. story tells of an indigenous woman who falls in love with a conquistador. Both her lover and father subsequently died during the war. In grief, she kills her own child and drowns herself, leaving her ghostly figure to wander around lakeside shores and riverbanks, wailing for her children at night. It is said that Lalorana can be heard crying out at dusk from dark waters across Latin America, warning children not to wander off alone into bodies of water during the night.
Si el espectáculo fue de su agrado, los invitamos a recomendarle.
We head back, waiting at any moment for Lalorana's ghost to appear. Although some may believe this story to be nothing more than fiction, it is undeniably steeped in history and culture, being one of Mexico's greatest folk tales. Afterwards, I looked at this picture, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I saw this mysterious figure. A ghost? I don't know, I'll let you make that decision. Well, this marks the end of this journey. If you enjoyed this adventure, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other thrilling excursions I embark on. Thank you so much for joining me, and remember, to travel is good for your soul.